The legendary Pokemon Solgaleo is once again in raid battles, and a lot of people are probably going to skip out on this one. But if you're someone who is looking to raid Solgaleo for whatever reason, then this video will serve as a guide for how you could take it down as easily as possible. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokémon GO video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So, the legendary Pokemon Solgaleo is now in raid battles, and I think this is one of those raid bosses where a lot of players are probably going to skip out on it. I mean, there really is no reason for you to get yourself a 100% IV of this Pokemon. It's not going to be a game changer by any means, but the reason why someone would raid for Solgaleo is specifically for the fusion forms of Kyurem. Or not Kyurem, actually, it's Necrozma. Wow, I totally messed that up. So, anyway, if you want to get yourself a fusion form of Necrozma, specifically Duskmane Necrozma, then yes, you will want to make sure you have a couple of Solgaleos in your collection, and that is how you could pick it up. However, I will say that a majority of players have already had a Solgaleo in their collection, and it's probably because of the special research where you could get Cosmog, and Cosmog actually evolves into Solgaleo. So yeah, I really feel like this is one of those raid bosses you don't necessarily have to prioritize, but regardless, there's going to be players out there who will still want to raid it, and maybe in the future, if it were to get itself some really good moves, it might actually prove to be useful. But with all that said, now let's go over the raid guide for taking down Solgaleo, because if you're watching this video, you probably want to know how to take it down. Solgaleo is going to be a Psychic and Steel type legendary Pokemon. There's very few Pokemon that have this type combination, but I guess the one that is notable is going to be Metagross. So you could approach this just like you would a Metagross raid. This of course means you will want to bring Pokemon with Dark type, Fire type, Ghost type, and Ground type raid damage, because those are going to be effective up against Solgaleo. And avoid bringing Pokemon with Psychic type, Poison type, Dragon type, Fairy type, Flying type, Grass type, Normal type, Rock type, Steel type, and Ice type damage. Wow, there's a lot of resistances that this Pokemon has, because those are going to be ineffective against Solgaleo. And if you want perfect IVs for this Pokemon, which I can't imagine why you would want it, but I guess to each their own, you're going to want to look for one that is 2310. And if it's weather boosted, it's going to be 2887. But if you come across one with those CPs, then that means it's going to be a perfect IV. And speaking of weather boosts, Solgaleo is going to be weather boosted by windy weather as well as snowy weather. And if you want to secure the win against Solgaleo, you just need a raid group that consists of 5 trainers with Pokemon that are at least level 30, and they are the best counters. And if you want to challenge yourself, you could go about it with just one other trainer. Just make sure you and that trainer, as well as all of the Pokemon, are at least level 40, and you're bringing the absolute best counters. And speaking of which, let's go over those right now. So when it comes to Solgaleo, there are 2 really solid options when it comes to Mega Evolutions, and they include Mega Charizard Y, which is by far the best fire type in the game right now, and then of course there's Mega Blaziken, which is another really solid fire type. And of course with both of these, you will want to make sure you go with their Community Day move, Blast Burn. That's going to deal the most damage up against this raid boss. Now, another really good pick is going to be Blacephalon, specifically with the moveset of Astonish as well as Mind Blown. That's going to deal an incredible amount of damage, and I believe Blacephalon with these moves is currently the best non-Mega Evolution fire type in the game, so that is definitely something to keep in mind. I know recently we got Blacephalon with these moves, and that means this will be one of those raid bosses where you could test it out. And another really great option is actually going to be a fusion form of Necrozma, and that is going to be Dawn Wings Necrozma with Ghost type attacks. Nothing really needs to be said regarding Dawn Wings Necrozma. It's a high DPS Pokemon and it's a fusion form, so it's definitely going to be a really solid Pokemon up against Solgaleo. And then of course there is another great option, which is going to be Shadow Chandelier with fire type attacks, but you could also go with Ghost type attacks. It's still going to be one of the top counters. And then if you do not have any of these Pokemon powered up, or any of them that you feel like are not going to be effective, maybe they do not have the right moveset, then you could go with regular Chandelure, again with Fire type or Ghost type attacks, as well as Exegdrill, because don't forget, ground types are also really good against Solgaleo. So I guess the best way to look at Solgaleo is that it is kind of like a beefed up version of Metagross. Basically, the Pokemon you would bring to Mega Metagross raids, those are the Pokemon you will bring to Solgaleo. And in many ways, Solgaleo is actually going to be even easier than Mega Metagross raids. But I will say that, like I said in the beginning of this video, there really is no reason for you to raid for this Pokemon aside from maybe farming up resources. You definitely do not want to spend remote raid passes or premium raid passes in order to get as many of these done as possible. Maybe in the future, I will be completely wrong. Maybe this Pokemon will find some value, but right now it's just primarily used for fusion forms of Necrozma. That's really the only reason why you would want to have Solgaleo in your collection. And of course, you can't get the shiny form of this Pokemon right now. So if anything, I would hold off on raiding a whole bunch of Solgaleo until the future, because even at least when they release the shiny form, that will probably be a good motivator for you to do as many of these raids as you can. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say. There's nothing much else to this Pokemon. It's not like there's a reason you need to get it. I mean, maybe for PvP, maybe? I actually don't know. Yeah, maybe the Master League, but even then, I'm pretty sure there's better options. And besides, you could just use Metagross, right? Like, Metagross is going to take you really far, and it's a kind of a better version than Solgaleo. I could be wrong here. Don't take everything that I say as canon. I mean, maybe there's something that I'm missing. I just cannot see it. I don't think Solgaleo is that good of a Pokemon. Yeah, but in any case, let me know your thoughts regarding this legendary. Well, do you think there's something that makes you want to raid for it? Maybe there's something that I'm completely missing. Whatever that is, make sure you share it in the comments down below. That will definitely clear my eyes on this Pokemon, and maybe you will help out other trainers as well. And also share your thoughts regarding this guide as well. If you enjoyed it, if you found it to be enjoyable, all that good stuff, definitely let me know. And also make sure you hit that like button for this video. That'll definitely help me out. And of course, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And also check out the links in the description below. One of those links is to my Patreon page, and if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, the way you can do that is by becoming a Patreon member, because I add all of my patrons. So yeah, make sure you go and check that out if that interests you. Also check out my social media pages and also my Etsy store, which a link to that is also in the description below. And I'm creating a whole bunch of merch for K-pop and anime. So if those are things that interest you, make sure you go and check it out. Maybe you'll find something that you will really like. Yeah, that will definitely support me as well. But yeah, that's it. That's going to be the end of this video. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you in the next one.